3回ぐらいついてる。
The next station is オロク The station number します。お出口は右側です。ドアを開け閉めなさい。小袋に手を朝日野市 The station
ミディアムレア。スープですね。失礼します。
ゲームサイクルミニ 健康食品、日用雑貨、化粧品が毎日です。安全を確認してお渡りください。
I wanna go home, I want to go home. Hoist up the drum, be safe. See how the mainsail set. Call for the captain ashore. Let me go home. Let me go home. I wanna go home. Why don't you let me go? Well, I feel so break up. I wanna go home. First lady got drunk, broke up the people drunk. Constable had to come and take him away. Sure comes home. Why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so break up. I wanna go
いや、そうです。じゃあ、いや、お前もそうだろ。おじいちゃんだから。仕事としては分かんないっていう人が仕事はするなかよくしてくれすみません。はい。グルクンのか高校2020年のオレンジの人ですね。でもそれにしても自分ほらさっきね音源を悩みもその会社にそうするんだって言った俺が実際でもね島々会社で、俺がワードで103本ですは全部自分でやらないといけない。これですね、真っ白ですね。その日は生地もしてないですけど、とりあえず店開ける。店開けた。日本有名な国なんですよ。で
現金ですね。
はい。
免許証レシートを
車は大丈夫です。あ、やめ。若殿様。
Love at first sight, when I looked in those eyes, all those years ago. Trips to Virginia, so Grandma could meet you, to starting a family of our own. A few years later, a couple haze gray, you're still my favorite one to hold. Coffee and red wine, and turning down invites to spend the evening on our own. Like a firework in the night city sky on the 4th of July. I'll laugh and I'll cry, I come alive from the love that sleeps inside. 25 years is pretty good, but I think we can do better. I want a couple more chilly nights, cuddled up in our favorite sweaters. These old tires got a few more miles left to drive this coast. Holding your hand, living life's what I come to love the most. And who knows where life will take us, I don't really know. But I got a feeling the best is yet to show. And I kept all the memories stored up in my heart. There's still room to make some more like we did at the start. And who knows where life will take us, I don't really know. But I got a feeling that the best is yet to show. And I kept all the memories stored up in my heart. But there's room to make more like we did from the start. 'Cause 25 years is pretty good, but I think we could do better. I want a couple more chilly nights, cuddled up in our favorite sweaters. These old tires got a few more miles left to drive this coast. Holding your hand, living life is what I come to love. 'Cause 25 years is pretty good, but I think we could do better. I want a couple more chilly nights, cuddled up in our favorite sweaters. These old tires got a few more miles left to drive this coast. Holding your hand, living life is what I come to love the most.
からグラスにお継ぎくださいね。うむくじあんだぎでございます。手作り盛りですね。ベースとなります。で蒸し上げた蒸し料理となります。耳側といって豚のお耳の皮、サテともよ皮をぜひ召し上がってください。どうぞこちらも温かいうちに。こちらお下げいたします。魚のすり身で作りましたししかもありがとうございます。おかけいたしますね。失礼いたします。
大丈夫や、もう一段か。
この言葉使っています。今日初めて出会った皆さん一人一人に本気でこの言葉をぶつけるために僕は何年も
書いたんだろうけど。
Relax.